Hey, I'm Willa Kaiser, and I'm the director of the Caduceus Institute of Classical Homeopathy. And I'd like to share a very important remedy with you today. So basically, this is a case that I wanted to share first so that you will have an idea of how the remedy can be used. This is a very important remedy that everybody should know about and keep around the house. So this student of ours one day was talking with another mom on the phone about her 9-year-old son. She said that he woke up at 1 in the morning, threw up all his food, and then he started throwing up just frothy bile and mucus. And he went back to bed, but he woke up every hour on the hour, vomiting yellow bile and retching until he coughed. And even when she gave him some ice, he threw that up as well. And then she called one of our students at 5:30 in the morning, who came and picked up the remedy at 7:30. So anyway, this is a child that had been on a lot of antibiotics. The mother was very anxious about him, and he also is a child that had a horrible diet. Eats a lot of sugar, cereals, sodas, and fast foods. And he also can be very impatient and demanding. These are all kind of important symptoms when we're considering the remedy. So the student went ahead and used the repertory, which is an index of symptoms, and came up with the remedy Nux vomica. And so she suggested that the mother give the child Nux vomica, especially because he was very impatient, demanding, and he was having these episodes of what we call periodical vomiting, where he was vomiting every hour. So Nux vomica 30C was recommended, and they decided to see how he did. And basically what happened is the mom gave the child a dose of Nux vomica 30C every hour, for a total of 3 doses, and he fell asleep, which is what children often do when they're given a homeopathic remedy that works. He fell asleep for about 20 minutes, and then he just kept sleeping all day, pretty much, for that day, and then said that he felt much, much better, and that he's sleeping so much that he's not going to sleep again for a month. So anyway, the Nux worked very quickly, and as we often see in children, he was actually falling asleep as a sign that the remedy was working. So this is a classic Nux vomica case. Nux vomica means the nut that makes you vomit, and it's very much indicated in the United States. We're really a Nux vomica type society, in that it very much addresses the type A personality, overworked, overstressed, drinking coffee to have energy, then having, pot or alcohol to be able to calm down again, and the state of nervous exhaustion that comes from this up and down of energy. So on a chronic level, Nux vomica can be very ambitious, very irritable, very competitive. It's a great remedy for insomnia, especially when you wake up at 3 in the morning and all you can think about is work. The impatience in the old Materia Medicus is described as being so impatient that when you're unbuttoning your shirt, you get so impatient if the button gets stuck, you just rip it and rip the buttons off. So having that sense of impatience and hurriedness very much associated with Nux vomica. So very much for people who are working too hard, playing too hard, one of the best remedies we have for hangovers, workaholics, but also babies who have colic and might be very irritable with their colic. It's also a wonderful remedy in bladder infections, and one of the keynotes of Nux vomica is what we call this ineffectual urging. In other words, feeling like you have to go, and it could be either for urination or also for diarrhea or constipation. That you just feel like you have to go, but when you try to go, nothing comes out. The insexual urgings, it's there's often a sensitivity to odors and light as well, and just an oversensitive nervous system in general that is kind of reactive to everything. So this is a very important remedy to keep in mind for all ages, and especially, as I said, it seems to be a very important remedy in the United States because our whole kind of overworked, overstimulated society tends to respond to enough pharmaca. So I hope that helps you, and I'll be going ahead and doing some other Facebook Lives and sharing some more cases and some more remedies. Thanks for being here.